I'm in the world, but not of it. I praise God every day and I love it. I say what I want and I say what they want. I stand for the truth and what's right and they don't. Life is simple, it's no puzzle. Common sense will tell you not to wear a muzzle. Fear no evil, trust no people. When in doubt, shout, I'm a believer. I fear no man, though the world is broken. God, shine your light on me. I fear no man, though the world is broken. God, shine your light on me.
I offend everybody, the left, right, in the middle. Blame my parents because I've been this way since I was little. It used to be normal, now everybody praying to crystals. No wonder why it's so easy for the devil to trick you. They treat you like dogs, putting muzzles all on your faces, forcing kids to wear them in schools. Doesn't this seem outrageous? They ban Bible scriptures on TikTok.
Let's go to Target! Let's go to Target! PlayStations! Let's go to Target!
G'day, mates. Welcome to the Dreadedconservative show. It's Monday night. We're kicking the week off right. What do we got this week? Slow week. Let's go to Target, baby. We need some PlayStations. It's slow news week. We had the No Kings protests. I missed them. I feel like I let everybody down. I said I was going to go, and I missed it. Phone did an update. Alarm didn't go off. I woke up 30 minutes before I had to be there, and my phone was not charged because it had shut down to update and didn't restart, or it was updating. So I had no battery in my phone, no time. So I just went back to bed. But anyway, that's what we're going to be looking at today is, was there any violence? Looked like we had a little clash in Dallas. Alex Stein, Enrique Tarrio, the Proud Boys, a couple Oath Keepers were down there. Some old Oath Keeper looker guy. I think those dudes are all feds. I don't know. I don't trust them. I don't like masks for anybody. Unless you're a damn Navy SEAL, you don't need to be wearing a mask. Or ICE. ICE can wear masks. Like if you're like military or a soldier, then masks are cool. But anyway, we're going to look at No Kings around the country. And then, what was the other thing? Bunch of Trump updates. Bunch of, they're hearing the Birthright Citizenship case in the Supreme Court today. I don't know if there's any updates, if that's happened yet while I was sleeping. Anybody know? Anybody know, producer? Anyway, we'll look at the Birthright Citizenship thing, as well as I guess this current government shutdown is now the longest government shutdown. We just had the longest government shutdown. Now we got the longest. This is a semi-government. Hello, check. OBS just disconnected and reconnected for some reason. I don't know what that's all about. And then in the Reels and Rapid Fire in the second segment, we'll talk about the Druski stuff. I'm gonna watch this. I haven't even watched the I've seen clips and stuff of the full video, but I haven't watched it. But looks creepy. Druski dressed up as Erika Kirk, doing whiteface again. I'm fine with it as long as I can do blackface. Like, you know, Juicy about to. I still wouldn't do blackface because I don't think men should wear makeup. So, not gonna get blackface out of me. No Kings. And then we'll just kick it for the last little hour. I was thinking of watching Joel Webbin's video about this weird church. What do they got going on? They made a woman the what was it? Something was happening in the Vatican. It was like they made a woman something, and it was just very weird. Maybe we'll look at that for the last little hour because I don't have nothing planned. But anyway, what's NPR saying about No Kings? Photos, protests across the country. I think this is just the photo collection. Yeah. Okay. Gotta do the disclaimer. Hold on a second. Sorry, guys. I just started here at this job. Just photos. Disclaimer. This show is not live. I'm going to use the small light instead of the big light. This show is live, but all the videos being shown are from news agencies. This is for news purposes as well as educational purposes for myself and the audience, and entertainment purposes. So there will be satire and jokes with education, primarily focusing on the news. Sources will be given. Any videos being played are not happening live. We're just watching videos from the news. A lot of this stuff's on YouTube. So if there happens to be something in a picture, this already happened. Okay? And it's on the news. We're not going to show anybody getting hurt or anything like that. Disclaimer. Here's some No Kings photos from across the country. This is in Embarcadero in San Francisco. Embarcadero. St. Paul what? Minnesota? Minneapolis, St. Paul. This is at the Hartford Capitol. Just pictures of people all over the country. They know how to freaking organize and mobilize and gather up. Lots of funding. Lots of money goes into blocking all these streets. St. Louis. Let's be brave by being gay. Gayness equals braveness. Look at New York. Packed. But we've got a report in here to my desk. It says the announcement has been made. No Kings 3 was successful. We are still marked safe from kings in America. Thank you. Thank you, Democrats. They leave trash everywhere. They're so nasty. Chaotic scene unfolds after thousands gather for No Kings rally in downtown Los Angeles. So there was a little bit of scuffles in LA, scuffles in Dallas with counter protesters. But in LA, it just seems like the Antifa degens are just doing what the Antifa degens do.
Earlier tonight, Lady Liberty was just one of dozens of people detained by police. Tonight, that situation has now settled down.
It was tense for a while, though. This happened after a day of
settled down
protest that crisscrossed our country. Millions speaking out today against the actions of President Trump and his
Don't bring crisscross into this.
Reporter Madison Weil is in downtown LA with the latest.
Well, it's unfortunate that what started as a very peaceful protest turned into...
It was mostly peaceful until they started throwing fire bombs at police. Dude, when they have like one of those, like an ice building or something, which once we get this new ice warehouse, I'm pretty excited. There should be people just gathered out there constantly. They already have been throwing rocks and stuff. They did the No Kings nonsense in the middle of nowhere town that you grew up in. That's funny. It's funny when they do them in like little tiny little towns. It's just like 10 old people. It's 12:30 in the afternoon. Do you know where your grandma is? Go check on her. She might be out protesting. But what was I gonna say? At these things, when they get outside of like an ice building or gates, and there's like a standoff, and officers are throwing tear gas cans, and they're grabbing the tear gas cans and throwing them back. Do we need to use all the technology we have to triangulate the position of that person? That person needs to go to jail for like 5 years for throwing grenades. And of course, in LA, I don't know if it's in this video or it's this one. Of course, there's a convenient pile of bricks. And they say they go like break them off walls and sidewalks and stuff, and then they bring them over and pile them up. Like, I don't know, man. You guys just conveniently got a big pile of large rocks right here. Where'd this come from? And if it's just a person bringing them over, then yep, that person needs to be tracked and go to prison for a long time.
Into moments of mayhem here in downtown. We were with tens of thousands of protesters who peacefully marched through the streets and ultimately at the end with police as they issued a dispersal order. Moments of unrest, a man tackled to the ground outside the Metropolitan.
Well, good. Police is doing their job. So it's not ICE having to do it. They stay behind the gate. The police showed up and got him out.
Detention center downtown. An unlawful assembly declared after protesters began throwing rocks, bottles, and concrete.
Where do all these rocks come from?
At federal officers. Here you can see tear gas canisters being thrown into the crowd. LAPD ultimately shut down Alameda between Arcadia and Temple Street, taking several people into custody, including this woman dressed as Lady Liberty, before getting the crowd under control. A very stark
Dude, the editors have to like go through find so much stuff to blur to make this safe for the nightly news.
To how
they had to blur the canister hitting the ground. Or maybe it hit a person. I don't know. And then they're blurring out certain signs because these people's signs are so just gross. And then there's kids at this thing, and there's people walking around with their titties out and nasty signs and just children everywhere. Got a bunch of weird pervs junk in their face at a protest. It's gross.
Day started a very peaceful No King's Day protest with tens of thousands gathering at City Hall.
We are here to reclaim our democracy.
After several speeches, the crowd marching, making its way through downtown. A very diverse crowd with very diverse reasons for showing up.
I'm out here today because I spent 4 years in the Army turning around trying to fight what's happening in our country right now. You've got somebody that is in total power, that is overriding our Constitution.
I feel like our administration is currently taking us down a path of fascism.
He's putting out executive orders, and then they get challenged by the Supreme Court, and they either get upheld or they don't. That's part of his powers in the Constitution.
And I feel like it's destroying our democracy.
What is it like to be out here walking with so many
I've seen video of it.
I think it's great. I think it's awesome that so many people are willing to come out, stand up for doing what is right.
And this protest in downtown, just one of many across Los Angeles and many nationwide. Organizers say at least 8 million people gathered at more than 3,300 events across all 50 states.
It's a chance to actually physically engage, to be...
These people just love to protest. It's just a block party to them. To old Democrat ladies and Antifa kids and little punk kids. It's just like a party in the streets. It's like, yeah, we're for liberation, revolution, we're free. It's just lame.
Downtown. Madison Weil, ABC 7 Eyewitness.
Thanks, Madison. So got a little rowdy in LA. throwing rocks at the barricades. I think I have another video here. It's from New York Post and the California Post. Let's get into theater mode. Like, look at this girl kicking this. She's got no business being here and attacking a federal building. Like, you're going to do something stupid like this and end up in prison for life. Not for life, but, well, you could. You throw a fucking tear gas thing back at an officer, hit him in the head or something like that, knock him unconscious. You might get a long time. Should get charged with terrorism. Give them life. Make them make license plates. Get. Like, see, triangulate these people's positions and arrest them. A little convenient pile of rocks here. Let me just pick up a rock from this. So I'm so glad somebody just dropped off a pile of rocks for us to throw at the federal officers in the federal building. Like this girl, use surveillance. Use the damn satellites, Elon. Triangulate this girl's position. She just constantly picked out her favorite rock and is going to chuck it at some officers. There's her face right there. This guy here. Little young Jeezy, California Jeezy. That nerd. This guy, the Second Amendment is for shooting ice, is what his shirt says. You see cops got people off the train tracks because a train was coming. At this thing, or at one of the No Kings things, they're not that bright. That motherfucker went in there fighting the smoke. Smoke. He's trying to like use his avatar wind powers to blow it all away. This ain't a damn cartoon, buddy. You're fighting smoke right now. You're fighting tear gas. There's always got to be an annoying fucker with a drum. This is all LA, so LA is pretty wild. See, all these people throwing rocks, throwing tear cans. These are terrorists. These are terrorists, and they need to go to prison for a long time. I'll make a great benevolent dictator. No. No, auntie. You can't have a woman be a dictator. And then look, this guy. This guy's on throwback duty. They just need to throw a flashbang over there, and he might think it. Tie a smoke bomb to a flashbang, and then He thinks it's a smoke bomb. He's just going to pick it up and throw it back. Boom! We got another hand, boys. We got another one's hand. That's what they need to do. Dallas got a little crazy. Thanks to counter protesters. Looks like Portland had some trouble as usual. Rally near Mar-a-Lago takes bizarre turn. No Kings protests in Portland and Dallas grew violent Saturday. And one near Mar-a-Lago in Florida took a lewd turn as thousands filled streets around the U.S. in angry demonstrations against the Trump administration. No Kings demonstration in Portland got out of hand in the evening with protesters sporting gas masks attacking police officers who were trying to control the crowd. There was no immediate word on arrests. In Dallas, there were pro-America counter demonstrations, and the two groups got in heated clashes. You see we'll play it in a minute, but you see Enrique Tarrio in the video. Alex Stein Primetime 99 was yelling at people. He's walking around saying, "You're vaccinated retards," on a megaphone. And then some old Oath Keeper guy gets arrested because he's shoving people being stupid. Of course you're going to get arrested. You're an old man with a mask on and glasses, like LARPing like some I'm General Bo Green with Patriot Front. I think they're lame. Take the stupid masks off. Portland, we had some stuff. What are they talking about? Mar-a-Lago, a lewd event at Mar-a-Lago. What, are they getting naked or something? Metropolitan Detention Center. So this is the LA stuff, I think. This is Dallas. Tons of people. Crazy. Portland, Oregon. This is the Mar-a-Lago. Protest holds outside Mar-a-Lago. Female protesters lifted up their shirts Saturday. And that doesn't... As counter demonstrators peppered them with insults, including whoremongers and butch dykes. Yeah, I mean, they're protesting the president who says, when men are rich and powerful, you can grab them by the pussy. They're protesting that guy by flashing his home. That makes sense. The weird kitty diddler, Epstein Island kitty diddler, who grabs women by the pussy, the misogynist. They're protesting him by flashing their titties at him, at his house, and at children. Weird. But all women are victims. Believe all women. Those women were victims. They were victimized by a misogynist named Donald Trump. So they're going to flash them titties. That doesn't make no damn sense. Okay. Let's see Primetime 99.
You guys are retarded. You are a retard. Everybody here is a retard. These people are vaccinated retards. These people are vaccinated retards. These people are vaccinated retards. Anybody that believes these people is a vaccinated retard. I'm leading this protest. I'm the pimp on a blimp. This guy's a vaccinated idiot. Look at these libtards here. Every single one of them is retarded and vaccinated. Now look at these little girls with their guns. Look at these little girls with their guns.
This is the armed Antifa, and this is in Dallas. These are probably the same guys that were defending the Child Drag Queen Story Hour. So they know Alex.
Oh, you guys are so scary with your guns and your gay pride flags. Bunch of homos with guns here. Look at these guys. Look at these homos with guns. I'm so scared. I'm so scared. I'm so scared. We run this. We run this thing. Everybody here is an idiot. They don't even know what they're protesting. You guys are the one that loves freaking children. You guys are the pedophiles. Look at this. We're just shutting this thing down.
That's Enrique Tarrio behind him. That's the leader of the Proud Boys.
Primetime 99, Pimp on a Blimp. With Enrique Tarrio, we're not scared. Why would we be scared of a bunch of vaccinated retards? Look at this. What? What'd you say? We got a bunch of vaccinated retards. Everybody here is a vaccine-injured idiot. Look, they can't even move their protest. They can't even drive. What do you guys want to say?
Dude, he's so funny. They pretty much blockaded the whole protest. The protest couldn't continue. And then there's this one like nerdy white kid that's with him, that's been with him. They like met each other one day at a protest, and Alex kind of is a bigger guy, and so the kid just follows him around everywhere. It's funny. He gets arrested because he's like blocking people's from walking.
Now we're having fun. Now the party's getting started. Yeah, well, we're here. We're having fun, guys. What? What? Now we're having fun. The party. What are you saying?
This guy.
What's he saying? I think that guy.
See, this kid's like playing security to Alex, and he's like pushing into people, and he ends up getting arrested, or at least grabbed up.
He's autistic. There's a lot of autistic people here. I think they're actually not even autistic. They're like actually retarded. We're having fun though. Yo. Right here. What? What do you got in your pocket? I know. Now they can't even go. Look, we got him held up. We got him totally held up. We got him held up. Stop pushing me. Look, we got him held up. We got him blocked. Yeah. Wow. Look at this lady. So we got a bunch of retards here.
One of these little old ladies get up in like men's faces and yell at them and stuff like, these people are so retarded. It's just so funny to troll them.
We got you blocked. We got your whole protest blocked. Yeah, you're unemployed. Yeah. Hey, you're getting trolled. We got your whole thing shut down. We got your whole thing shut down. What? Where are your teeth? Look at his teeth. You're missing all your front teeth. I'm a pimp on a blimp. I'm one of the sexiest men alive. Come on. That's what matters. What happened to the protest today? Looks like it's not going good. What do you want to say? Oh, yeah. You're sicko, dude. You're a sicko. Yeah, okay. So what? There's thousands of people. Whoop-de-doo. Whoop-de-doo. Look, they won't even march anymore. We got them shut down. We got them shut down. What? Hey, don't touch me. Look, we got them shut down. We got them all the way shut down.
Here's some other angles of the same thing. This is from USA Today. YouTube. This is all USA Today. Here's the gay Tifa walking around. This is all Dallas. CL Brigade. CL Brigade. CL Brigade. See, here's Alex's little skinny white kid friend, and he's going to go get in trouble. And look, that's the girl. Dude, this girl is all. Maybe she's like Enrique Tarrio's girlfriend or something, but she's in all the damn protest videos with the Proud Boys. Yeah, because there's Enrique. I think it is his girlfriend or something, because she was at Ward War with him too. Anyway, when do they grab up the one kid? I think it's about to happen.
And you know what? You're going to sit here and you're going to take it. Right here. You're going to my balls. My balls are scraping the ground.
Justice for Keith Porter! Justice for Keith Porter! Justice for...
So I think it's because he's just standing blocking this guy's way that the cops grab him up. But really, it's the dude pushing him. He's just trying to stand there, but this old dude is pushing him out. And then the cops grab the kid.
Nope, moving. There's more of us in our RVs, so keep moving. Unless we want to get walked on. Keep moving. Keep moving.
Seeing the cops grab him. So now you just made all those people think it's okay to push somebody out of the street and control where they go and walk them around and tell them if they don't keep moving, they're going to get walked over. You just showed all them that that's okay and that you're going to arrest the other people. They probably don't arrest him. They probably just take him over here and talk to him and say, hey, we had to get you out of there. You're causing a bit of a problem. Justice. It's justice that we can shove people out of the street because we don't like their ideas during our march.
Who's the retard now?
I know we're moving slow, but the situation has been handled. Up with liberation! Up with liberation! Down with deportation! Down with deportation! Up with liberation! Up with liberation!
Oh, look at these kids. They're all so dumb.
Down!
Young and dumb.
Down with deportation!
Down with deportation!
Brick by brick, wall by wall!
Brick by brick, wall by wall!
This racist system has to fall!
It's so gay. God. And now here's this old guy, the Oath Keeper. He's like getting aggressive with everybody. These guys are feds. It's this guy. Obviously got Napoleon syndrome, little man syndrome. Fully masked out old guy. You can see his hair is totally white. Going around shoving people and starting fights. You're a fucking fed, dude.
What are you doing? What is your right with the... He's hitting people. Green mask, short gun. He punched the photographer. He punched him. That guy punched him. Green mask. Get his head.
These are the guys. Wow, now we're having fun. It's getting a little crazy out here. That's good. We needed to get a little spicy. We wanted spicy. Yeah, we wanted spicy.
Cops are gonna grab him up.
Hey, I didn't touch him. Whoa, oh, hell no. Take your mask off. Take your mask off. Hey, I'm dressed. Take your mask off. Hey, turn around. Turn around. Right there. What are you doing? Right there. Right there. Right there. Right there. I have it on video. Arrest his ass. I have it on video.
And see, the cops should immediately demask him. And I know he was walking around with Alex and the Proud Boys and all that stuff, but I don't know. I thought everybody knew that the Oath Keepers were a joke and Patriot Front and all that stuff.
Get him arrested. Get him arrested. What is wrong with you? That's what you did. That's what you did, you stupid ass. Step back. Give me punch in the
What's going on? What's going on?
Beep, beep.
Free the children, free them all! Free the children, free them all! Break the chains and watch them fall! Break the chains and watch them fall!
Where's some boxers or free ball?
The latest on the war with Iran.
I think that's all I got on the protests and stuff. I don't have anything from Portland. But, you know, just another day in America. Another No Kings protest. Let's see what's going on with Trump and Iran. Let's go over to, I guess we're going to take Karg Island. That little island near the Strait of Hormuz up in that Persian Gulf area. That little island manages a bunch of the oil flow. Still got to get through the Strait of Hormuz. So they still have to keep that opened up. But if they take that island, then they can basically, if we keep the strait open and we take that Karg Island, then we got control of the oil. We got it. Let's see what's happening with Karg Island. This is from Good Morning America. They're probably very sensitive about their content.
50,000 U.S. troops now in the region. President Trump setting his sights on oil in Iran. Ian Pannell joins us with the latest. Good morning, Ian.
Yeah, good morning, Robin. Despite talk of winding up the
Good
war with
morning,
Iran,
Robin.
President Trump also now appearing to want to escalate it further. Over the weekend, saying he'd, quote, take the oil in Iran. Talking to Financial Times, saying he's considering taking Karg Island. 90% of Iran's oil.
Was this oil? This is an island that's just like an oil facility.
Passes through this tiny piece of land in the northern Arabian Gulf. Remember, the US hit Karg with a series of airstrikes earlier this month, but left the oil infrastructure intact. Trump now seeming to say he's considering sending in US ground troops. There are roughly 50,000 US service personnel in the region, with CENTCOM announcing more arriving over the weekend. But invading Karg would potentially put US forces directly in harm's way, because the island is only 16 miles from the Iranian mainland and it risks having a further disastrous impact on oil prices. Despite the escalation, the president also saying talks via Pakistani intermediaries are progressing, but you only have to look at ongoing US and Israeli strikes and Iran's enduring ability to retaliate to know that ending this war is likely to prove far harder than starting it.
Whatever. War with Iran and the Middle East never ends. Let's see. Trump threatens to obliterate Iran's energy sources. He's saying he's just gonna obliterate it. It'll be gone. What is this? Just updates from CNN. Trump's threat. President Donald Trump said the U.S. may blow up and obliterate Iran's electric plants and oil wells if a deal to end the war is not reached and the Strait of Hormuz is not reopened. Experts have warned that attacking civilian infrastructure could be a war crime. Asked about Trump's threat, the White House said the U.S. military will follow the law. Energy costs. Oil prices rose today with the U.S. crude oil settling above $100 per barrel for the first time since July 2022, after Trump said he wanted to take the oil in Iran. The average U.S. gas price is now $3.99, according to AAA. Latest strikes, at least 2 people were killed in a U.S.-Israeli strike on an orphanage in Iran. We're just striking orphanages. Shut up, CNN. We're just randomly bombing orphanages. Yeah, that looks like a very strategic military target. Let's take out the orphanage. Or is the orphanage on top of like a freaking military base? Did they build the orphanage on top of a military base? Did they build the hospital on top of the nuclear facility again? Damn Iranians. Damn Iranians. Always building your little girl's church school on top of a fucking aircraft carrier. Oil prices up. My stock's oil still down. Well, I don't know. I don't know how that works. At least 2 people were killed. I already read that. Oh, and the orphanage. State media reports. Yeah. 3 UN peacekeepers have been killed. 3 others wounded in southern Lebanon since Saturday as Israeli forces struck parts of the country, UN officials said. And an oil refinery complex in Israel was hit by debris from an intercepted attack. Attacking civilian infrastructure could be a war crime. Is he going to say it here? It's probably going to be ad.
The Home Depot is your...
The Home Depot. Just give it a second. Yeah, I don't know. It's getting crazy. I don't like it, but I could still do a debate and defend Trump with the actions in Iran, even though I'm not a huge fan of it. It's not what we said we were gonna do, Trump. I know it's the Middle East. The fucking Middle East. We're always fighting with the Middle East, I know. But come on now. This is the opposite of what we're supposed to be doing.
Negotiations today with Iran, getting a lot of the things.
But I don't know. He's above my pay grade. Maybe he knows that he's only got so much time left. Maybe if he would have had 2 terms continuously, this wouldn't have had to happen. But maybe Biden fucked up our arrangements so much that when he came back in, he's like, okay, well, now I have to send a message because we left the border open. We were soft with Afghanistan and our exit strategy there. We've shown weakness, and now we have terrorist cells coming into America, and we need to show some strength again, get back on track. I'm sure there is a huge Israel influence, which I don't like that. But I do kind of get it, especially if the Muslim spreading is as bad as we say it is, then it probably is good to have an ally over there, especially an ally with people who make the highest IQ babies in the world and come up with some of the greatest military and technological advancements. Might be good to have them on our side. I'd rather watch you debate Rachel Wilson on prohibition being good. I don't really like debating women. And also, nah. I'd rather debate Andrew.
So they should have given us a long time ago. We'll see how it works out, but they're very good. Moving along very nicely. They've destroyed a lot of additional targets today, and we will probably, I think we'll make a deal with them, pretty sure. But it's possible we won't. But we've had regime change, if you look already, because the one regime was decimated, destroyed, they're all dead. The next regime is mostly dead. And the third regime, we're dealing with different people than anybody's dealt with before. It's a whole different group of people. So I would consider that regime change. And frankly, they've been very reasonable. So I think we've had regime change. I mean, you can't do much better.
I said I would do it. I didn't throw down some gauntlet challenge.
Better than that, the regime that was really bad, really evil was the first one. That was done. The second was appointed, and they're gone. They're all dead, other than one who may have a little life in him. And then there really are the third group, and the third group of people that seem to be much more reasonable. It truly is regime change.
It truly is regime change. So there's a little Iran updates. Also, what Trump's got going on this week. No, I don't even want that to happen. I just said, come on, it's a losing debate. I already did it with Wally. And we took shots before we did it. It's kind of a meme. It's a losing debate that I don't really care to have. Crazy. This guy's crazy. Birthright citizenship. Birthright. You got to get your birthright. The Supreme Court is set to convene Wednesday. I don't lose debates, but still, it's a tough debate. Dang, can I get a layup if I can a ninja get a layup if we got to debate Andrew or Rachel? Can't you get like a layup topic that I actually have a chance? Damn. Everybody loved that alcohol. Birthright. Get your birthright. From CBS News, the Supreme Court is set to convene Wednesday to consider the legality of President Trump's executive order that seeks to end birthright citizenship. No more anchor babies. No more anchor babies. Case is a major test of a key pillar of Mr. Trump's immigration agenda and is the first in which the High Court will weigh the legal merits of one of the president's immigration policies. The question before the Supreme Court is whether the president's executive order on birthright citizenship violates the citizenship clause of the 14th Amendment and a provision of federal law that codified the clause. The statute was first enacted through the Nationality Act in 1940 and then reenacted in the Immigration Act. Reenacted in the Immigration and Nationality Act in 1952. Citizenship clause states that all persons born or naturalized. This is the key phrase. We talked about this months ago. The key phrase in the citizenship clause. All persons born or naturalized in the United States and subject to the jurisdiction thereof are citizens of the United States and of the state wherein they reside. Subject to the jurisdiction thereof is one of the key terms here, because who do you have allegiance to? Who are you subject to the jurisdiction of? You can't illegally immigrate here and still have allegiance and be a subject to the jurisdiction of Mexico and be an American citizen. If your parents are subject to that jurisdiction and you're born in America of parents who are subject to that jurisdiction, then you're subject to your parents. you're subject to the jurisdiction of that country. You got to go back. Got to go back. Are citizens of the United States and the states where they reside. A decision in the case is expected by the end of June or early July. Oh, so we got a while to go before this happens. If the high court rules against the Trump administration, it would mark the second major loss for the president in his second term. In a 6-3 decision in February, the Supreme Court struck down many of his tariffs issued under an emergency powers law. Ahead of the arguments, President Trump claimed that other countries are selling citizenships to the U.S. and attacked the federal court system as stupid. They're stupid. Facts. Dumb judges and justices will not a great country make. He wrote on True Social on Monday. What does his executive orders do? It makes no more anchor babies. No more anchor babies. Beta. Mr. Trump signed his executive order on birthright citizenship on the first day of his second term. The directive denies the U.S. citizenship to children born to a mother. Directive denies U.S. citizenship to children born to a mother in the country unlawfully, and a father who is either not a citizen or a lawful permanent resident, or to a mother who has lawful temporary status and a father who is not a citizen or lawful permanent resident. According to Mr. Trump's executive order, the citizenship clause of the 14th Amendment has never been interpreted to extend citizenship universally to everyone born within the United States. The 14th Amendment has always excluded from birthright citizenship persons who were born in the United States but not subject to the jurisdiction thereof. It was for slaves. It was so you can make slaves into citizens. Mr. Trump's measure directs federal agencies not to issue or accept documents recognizing U.S. citizenship to children whose parents are in the U.S. temporarily or unlawfully. It makes perfect sense to me. Sounds based. The executive order applies to babies born more than 30 days after the date it takes effect. So not retroactively. We're not going to lock up all the DACA kids and all the dreamers. We're not just going to go around and scoop up all the random chillins from the local brown kids school. That's not what's going to happen here. People are so dumb. That's what they'll make it seem like. Hasn't the order already been before the Supreme Court? Sort of. The Supreme Court did not address the merits of the birthright citizenship executive order. 3 different cases that challenged Mr. Trump's directive, which were consolidated, were before the High Court in its last term, but the issue was the scope of injunctions that blocked enforcement of the policy nationwide. The Trump administration has argued then that lower court judges do not have the power to impose that universal relief, and the Supreme Court agreed to curtail judges' ability to issue nationwide injunctions. Lower courts were directed to reevaluate their orders blocking the president's birthright citizenship directive to ensure the injunctions weren't broader than necessary to provide complete relief to the plaintiffs that sued. I don't think I have any videos on this, but it's from the Indiana Gazette. Depend on its interpretation of one key phrase, and that's going to be the jurisdiction thereof. All persons born and naturalized in the United States and subject to the jurisdiction thereof. That's the important key term there. Both sides agree that to be granted birthright citizenship under the Constitution, a child must be born inside U.S. borders, and the parents must be subject to the jurisdiction of the United States. However, each side will give a very different interpretation of what that second requirement means. Who falls under the jurisdiction of the United States in this context? As a close observer of the court, I anticipate a divided outcome grounded in strong arguments from each side. Arguments for automatic citizenship, and then the opposition arguments for, simply put, the argument against the Trump administration is that the 14th Amendment's expansion of citizenship after the eradication of slavery was meant to be broad rather than narrow, encompassing not only formerly enslaved black people, but all persons who arrived on U.S. soil under the protection of the Constitution. Civil War amendments, the 13th, 14th, and 15th, established inherent equality as a constitutional value, which embraced all persons born in the nation without reference to race, ethnicity, or origin. One of the strongest arguments that automatic citizenship is the meaning of the Constitution is longstanding practice. Citizenship by birth, regardless of parental status, with few exceptions, has been the effective rule since the time of America's founding. Okay, well, that's appeal to not genetic fallacy, appeal to history, appeal to ancestral fallacy, something like that. Just because it's been happening for a long time, we should keep it. Advocates also point to precedent, the landmark case of United States versus Wong Kim Ark. This is that Chinese person from an internment camp or something. In 1898, when an American-born descendant of resident non-citizens sued after being refused re-entry to San Francisco under the Chinese Exclusion Act. The court recognized his natural-born citizenship. If we read the Constitution in a living fashion, it's a living document. It grows, it evolves, emphasizing the evolution of American beliefs and values over time. The constitutional commitment to broad citizenship grounded in equality, regardless of ethnicity or economic status, seems even more clear. Didn't we read in one of the immigration acts that it said that we could deport poor people and sick people and dumb people? Pretty sure we read that on stream. However, advocates must try to convince the court's originalists, Clarence Thomas, Samuel Alito, Neil Gorsuch, Brett Kavanaugh, and Amy Coney Barrett, originalists who read the Constitution based on its meaning when it was adopted. They look at what the framers meant. Originalists. That's like, they call them like, they'll call that as a pejorative. You're a foundationalist. You're a fundamentalist. You're an originalist. You're stuck in the past. The original argument in favor of birthright citizenship is that the phrase subject to jurisdiction was meant to invoke only a small set of exceptions found in traditional British common law. In the Wong Kim Ark ruling, the court relied on this customary law of England brought to America by the colonists. One exception to birthright citizenship covered by this line of ruling is the child of a foreign diplomat whose parents represent the interests of another country. Another exception is the children of invading foreign armies. A third exception, discussed explicitly by the framers of the 14th Amendment, was Native Americans, who at the time were understood to be under the jurisdiction of their tribal government as a separate sovereign. That category of exclusion faded away after the Congress recognized the citizenship of Native Americans in 1924. So before that, you would, even if you were born in America as a Native American, you're still under the jurisdiction of your sovereign tribe. So you're not an American until 1924. Now they are Americans. So they're Native Americans. Native Americans. Advocates of automatic birthright citizenship conclude that whether the 14th is interpreted in a living or an original way, its small set of exceptions do not override its broad message of citizenship grounded in human equality. Equality. It said equality. The opposition, they're just based. They're like, no, it wasn't meant to freaking just let everybody come over here and just drop babies on our soil and make citizens. Opposition argument begins with a simple intuition. In a society defined by government, as America is, there is no such thing as citizenship without consent. In the same way that an American citizen cannot declare himself a French citizen and vote in French elections without consent from the French government, a foreign national cannot declare himself a U.S. citizen without consent. This argument emphasizes that citizenship in a democracy means holding equal political power over our collective decisions. That is something only existing citizens hold the right to offer to others, something which must be decided through elections and lawmaking process. The court's ruling in Elk v. Wilkins in 1884, just 16 years after the ratification of the 14th Amendment, endorses the principle that no one can become a citizen of a nation without its consent. By making entry into the United States without approval a federal offense, Congress has effectively denied that consent. Scholars who support this view argue that the 14th Amendment does not provide this consent. Instead, it sets a limitation. To the authors of the 14th Amendment, subject to the jurisdiction thereof, conveyed a limit to natural citizenship grounded in mutual allegiance. You have to pledge your allegiance. That means if people are free to deny their old natural allegiance, and an independent nation is free to decide its own membership, the recognition of a new national identity must be mutual. They also need to end dual citizenship too, because that's the same thing. How can you be the jurisdiction to two places at the same time? But yeah, this seems like common sense to me. Who do you pledge your allegiance to? And it's not. Why did chat just disconnect? It's not consent. It's not consent of the person who wants to come to America. It's the consent from America. America has to give consent to you to be a citizen. Then you have to pledge your allegiance. And the way we do that is a process to make you a citizen. You got to pass a test. You got to learn the language, stuff like that. Now I guess they don't got to even learn the language. Trump's trying to fix that. But English is finally the national language of America. Remember, he took the Spanish White House website down. You could read all the White House documents in Spanish. He took all that down. Truckers need to be able to speak English. You can't read the word stop on a stop sign. You probably shouldn't be driving on our roads. Pretty based. Immigrants living in the United States illegally have not accepted the sovereignty of the nation's laws. On the other side of the coin, the government has not officially accepted them as residents under its protection. So you are not subject to the jurisdiction thereof, therefore you are not a citizen. And just dropping a baby, we don't give you consent to make that baby a citizen. We're revoking consent. What is birthright citizenship? As birthright citizenship goes to the Supreme Court, here's how Americans feel about it. Do we have any polls? What do we got? We got a poll. Let's see. Other surveys. Let's see. In the United States, birthright citizenship became part of the Constitution in 1868 as an effort to protect recently freed slaves. Enacted with the passage of the 14th, Section 1 of the amendment says all persons born. This is also, 14th is also due process, right? All persons born and naturalized in the United States. Trump has taken aim at birthright citizenship, passing an executive order on day one of his second term to ban it. Let's see. A Public Religion Research Institute survey from December found 2/3 are in favor of granting citizenship regardless of their parents' citizenship status. But then what happens now? The parents aren't citizens, but the kid is a citizen. Because you know what they want? It's not just the anchor baby that becomes a citizen. Then the parents become citizens, and their parents become citizens. And then their brothers and their sisters and their cousins. And everybody comes and has their concierta. Or what's it called? Everybody comes and has their quinceañera in America. A quinceañera in America. Don't revoke my consent. What they say? 2 in 3 people are for it. Survey done in conjunction with multiple universities found 59% in favor of keeping it. Both showed higher support than other surveys, and both mentioned in their questions that the right is found in the U.S. Constitution. The right to birthright citizenship is found in the Constitution. Other surveys have found less support. For example, an NPR Ipsos poll last year found a slim majority, 53%, against ending the practice, with 28% in favor. It asked if people supported or opposed ending the practice of birthright citizenship. 53% of people were against ending it. 28 were in favor of ending it. Pew Research Center showed that more than 9 in 10 support birthright citizenship for those born to parents who immigrated in the U.S. legally, but by a 50% to 49% margin were divided on giving it to those born to parents who were in the country illegally. Okay. So, well, yeah, if you immigrate here legally, both your parents are here legally, both your parents are citizens, and you're born, then yeah, then you should be a citizen. Your jurisdiction to your parents are both jurisdiction to the United States. Even though they're immigrants, they came here legally, they had a kid here, then yeah, that kid should be a citizen. But if both the parents are here illegally, hell no. And that's a 50-50 split of people who would agree with that. Seems much more reasonable, which the numbers bear out. YouGov poll had 51% in favor with 39% opposed, but that dropped considerably for those not in the country legally. Who else are we talking about? Who's talking about birthright citizens for legal parents, for legal citizen parents? What are they talking about? Okay, tourists. If we're talking about tourists and stuff, 31% said they were in favor of granting citizenship to babies of people who are undocumented, as the survey put it, and only 25% for tourists visiting the U.S. Yeah, you can't have anchor baby tourism. You can't just be a tourist dropping off anchor babies, making citizens. A lot of them will do that too. Divides by race and party. I'm not that interested in all that. I don't know why we have to divide the whatever. I guess by party.
For the first time in a month.
And then last little Trump update. I guess we broke another record for longest government shutdown again. After the last government shutdown was the longest government shutdown. This is like a partial government shutdown, which is why people aren't freaking out about it and talking about it as much. But we have been seeing a lot of problems in the airports. TSA is not getting paid again, and they're not happy. TSA always sucks. So imagine how it sucks when the agents aren't getting paid. And they brought ICE in. I don't know if we talked about that last week. I was wondering if I should put some stories about that in here, but I thought maybe we talked about it last week, how they were sending ICE into the airports. And turns out people kind of like ICE. All these people that hated ICE are like, hey, ICE ain't so bad. They're speeding things up at the airport. I got through the line quickly. My way out here, it was horrible. I waited for 6 hours. On the way back, ICE was there. And for some reason, the airport there weren't as many people there. I heard a lot more English. We moved through the line quickly. They gave us water bottles and snacky snacks. ICE is pretty nice. A lot of people liking ICE now. But they're clearing the airports out, and Trump's demanding by Monday or Tuesday that they get paid because they haven't been getting paid. They do get back pay. We did a whole thing about all the implications of government shutdowns a couple years ago, and that's what I was curious about. I was like, these people are gonna get paid for this, right? They do. They get back pay. You can't just not pay them. So they're gonna get paid for all this. I guess if you're in TSA, they'll probably tell you, they'll be like, okay, well, you need to set money aside for government shutdown time. Because once or twice a year, it's gonna shut down. You're not gonna get paid. Have some money set aside. And then at the end, you're gonna get a big old fat paycheck. But it's gonna be rough. They probably have to teach them about that in training. Let's see what this video is.
For the first time in a month and a half, TSA officers are expecting paychecks. Overnight, President Trump was asked how long TSA officers will be paid for.
We're going to pay them for as long as we have to.
45 days into a partial government shutdown that has left the Department of Homeland Security unfunded, TSA workers have called out in record numbers. Nearly 3,000, over 10% of the agency, calling out Saturday alone. More than 500 officers have quit since the funding crisis began last month. On Friday, the president signed a memo to redirect funds to give TSA officers their back pay, as lawmakers failed to reach a deal to restore funding before leaving for a 2-week congressional break. TSA officers say today's paycheck can't come soon enough.
The mental strain of not going to work or going to work and not getting paid for 3 out of the last 5 months is just unbelievable.
Crazy.
Security lines have slowed to an hours-long
Yeah, fuck that job. What?
Crawl at some of the nation's busiest airports.
No.
Both Houston airports, BWI in Baltimore, JFK in New York, and Atlanta Hartsfield all operating with over 30% of TSA officers absent over the weekend. Amid the spring break travel crush, some travelers have hired line sitters to wait it out for them.
So I waited in line, and then as I was getting close to the front, I would text the client and say, hey, I'm about 30 minutes out. So then they know to head to the airport and meet me.
White House border czar Tom Homan deploying immigration and customs enforcement agents to airports.
Here it is.
Some agents will remain at airports until TSA officers.
There's a couple videos of people walking around harassing them, but most of the videos I saw, this was well received. A lot of people were happy. ICE was handing out water bottles, and everybody's like, "Man, it was so much faster. It was great. We're happy they're here." But then I guess the liberals are like, "Well, at least they're here, and they're not out arresting Abuelita from her taco stand." Funny thing is, part of the reason that the airport is cleared out and everything's moving so smooth is because illegals aren't trying to fly in and out of the country. It's a lot easier when all these people aren't trying to flee and get somewhere else because Big Daddy Trump's here.
Officers can resume normal operations. Still, questions remain about how long the funding will last and what happens next.
It's not enough at all.
And anybody who's like, how's an illegal going to fly on a plane, Josh? They know how to do it. They do it. There was a video not too long ago of ICE arresting a woman as she got off a plane at the Salt Lake airport.
We're only going to be back paid for the paychecks that we've missed. Moving forward, we don't know if we're going to get paid in another 2 weeks.
As those officers get paid, officials are hopeful that...
But what's a 45-day back pay from TSA? It's going to be a fat paycheck. You're going to get like $8,000 or something.
But travelers will see the benefits of shorter security lines somewhat soon, George.
Yeah, we all hope for that. Okay, well, thanks.
Thank you for that.
Welcome back, Grace.
I watched this movie the other night, Ready or Not 2. Pretty good. I liked the first one. A lot of strong woman stuff, but that's unavoidable in movies now. Badass 80-pound girl is able to whoops 2 giant men's ass. A lot of woman screaming as something painful is happening. Like I gotta pull a bow, I gotta pull an arrow out of my arm, and I'm a strong woman, so I just grab it and a lot of woman screaming. But otherwise, pretty good movie. Okay, and there's your movie review. There's the JS movie review. Oh, you know what else I watched? Movie review. Ready or Not 2 was pretty good, and I watched the what's that space movie? Project Hail Mary. I have been waiting for that movie for a while because it looked like Inception. I like movies like that where there's like a guy out in space, just like alone, cryo frozen, wakes up 12 years out in space. Bit of plot holes in that movie. I found some plot holes with the distance that he was from the sun. It was Project Hail Mary, by the way, if I didn't say the name. But anyway, I'm not going to spoil too much. But the distance he was from the sun when he wakes up, and then when he goes back and they figure out the fuel situations, it doesn't add up. But anyway, good movie, good ending. Aliens. He finds a weird alien who is annoying but kind of grows on you. It's like a friendly alien. It's not like an alien that wants to eat him. And it's a pretty good movie. Anyway, enough movie review. Let me open this other folder. I don't have like a lot of funny reels and memes this week. But we do have the Druski thing. I kind of wanted to separate the Druski thing from the news because I don't know, this isn't really news. I guess every time this dude does whiteface, it's just going to go viral. How come I can't do blackface? But Druski did this Erika Kirk thing. I've seen some clips. I haven't watched it yet. A lot of people are freaking out, saying it's super disrespectful. Is it kind of fucked up? Yeah, I guess it's kind of fucked up. But is Erika Kirk doing some weird stuff? Yeah. Two things can both be true. This can be a little fucked up from Druski, and also Erika Kirk could be kind of deserving of some scrutiny right now. But anyway, and by the way, I do believe Tyler Robinson killed Charlie Kirk. So I say that. I think there might have been some other weird stuff going on. I don't know what sort of mind control stuff he was involved with. I have no idea. But I do think he pulled the trigger and was on the roof and killed Charlie Kirk. That's what I think. But so Erika Kirk's been catching backlash from people like Candace Owens. Even me, the first day that this happened, I was like, you got to look at the wife. you got to look at the wife. I mean, anybody gets murdered, the first person you look at is the spouse. Druski, one of those guys that make you wonder, how did he get famous? Yeah. Yeah, I don't think he's even that good. Like, these characters that he's doing, if he didn't have all of the makeup and very expensive makeup teams to do all that, like, I don't know, it wouldn't be as interesting. But he does do a pretty good impression of her when he keeps... I'm going to play it. Let's watch it. Let me try to full screen it. Yeah, we'll just go here. We'll just do it this way.
Get on your feet, boy!
It's so awkward looking. It's so creepy. Some people will probably say it's like disrespectful that I'm even playing this. Come on. Come on.
War is raging in Iran.
We're praying for all the soldiers and troops.
That's great that you're praying, but
how about all the kids that died when the USA hit the towers?
It broke my heart. That is the
And it's called "This Is How Conservative Women Act." It's very gross. It's like disturbing. This is the funniest part when he keeps looking at the camera and doing the deep stares. He gets that on point. Erika do be doing that.
In what ways have you grown closer to Jesus?
I serve a righteous God. And that is why we say our prayers. And we are all his children. But when I say children, I mean like the holy, blessed Trinity, which is why I hold the Bible.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Sweet cream foam chai ice matcha. And Bella will have all organic pop cup. Yes, everything organic.
Organic. What the fuck? Now he's doing yoga.
3, 7. Oh, are you good?
Those are the pants he was buying when he mispronounced JSN's name. JSN. I'm not sure who that is.
3, 2, hold your chest lifted. We're gonna lift.
We have to protect all men in America, especially all white men in America. Those are the boys that we care about in this country.
Security guards like what?
America is built on their backs. Yes. Because they are the ones who mattered most.
Get up!
All right. Well, I don't even think it was that funny. The stare was pretty funny. She does do that. Jackson Smith Najigba. I'll mispronounce his name too. I don't know how to spell Jigba. Jackson Smith Jigba. Oh, I don't know. I don't watch sports ball. Did Erika Kirk? So they're saying that Erika did a lawsuit or is gonna do a lawsuit, a defamation lawsuit on Druski for this. I've done a little research here, little entertainment news research. Apparently, that's not true. They are not filing a lawsuit. That's just a rumor, at least from what some of these fact checkers are saying. That's true. I'm not. Yeah. If I was on stage at the NFL giving an award to somebody, might want to know the names of the nominees beforehand. It's probably true. A day after comedian Druski seemingly poked fun at Erika Kirk in a viral skit that now has 6.5 million likes on Instagram, rumors began to circulate that the Turning Point USA CEO hit the social media star with a cease and desist letter. But is it true? The chatter stemmed from a now deleted post by journalist Zeli Amani, which claimed that Kirk-Tdc was gearing up to sue 31-year-old Druski, real name Drew Desbordes, to get to. It sounds French. That's a French-ass name. To get to the bottom of the claim, Newsweek reached out to Druski, and a representative for the comedian responded. Any claim that a cease and desist was issued to Druski is absolutely false, reads a statement provided to the outlet. Although Druski is not facing any legal issues as a result of his parody video, which includes him dressing up as a white woman with blonde hair, but does not name Kirk or Turning Point USA, he did receive plenty of strong reactions to social media, both positive and negative. This deserves an Oscar, commented one Instagram user. The fact that she's going after Druski harder than the guy who took out her husband is wild. I mean, she's trying to kill the guy that took out her husband. So there's that. And I don't even think this lawsuit stuff is true. You're disgusting and emotionally void for doing this, displaying exactly what you are, nothing but a clown. Hope you feel better about yourself making fun of a widow whose husband was murdered in front of the world, SMH. I don't know. Too soon? I think jokes is jokes. I don't care. I don't really care about people pearl clutching over jokes. Was it mean? Yeah. It's mean. Is it disrespectful? Yeah, it's disrespectful. The question is it funny? And I just didn't think it was that funny either. So, you know. I don't think he's that funny. But anyway, the Express Tribune is also saying there's no lawsuit. So I have multiple things here. Yahoo, MSNBC, a lot of different places saying it's there's no evidence to support a cease and desist claim, fake legal threat. But the fake legal threat did add virality to the video. Maybe that was Druski's management team or something. That'd be a genius move to say, put out a fake thing that says she's suing us, and then the clip gets more extra views on top of it. The rumor that there was a lawsuit actually fueled the virality of this clip. So it could have been a smart move on behalf of somebody. What else we got in rapid fire news? We got some other stories. Hold on one second. Listen to this one. Law and Crime just did a video about this. If you want to watch a full video about this guy, it's really interesting. Their stuff is really copyrighted, though, so I can't play it for you. But check this out. Quadruple from Fox 13. Quadruple amputee professional cornhole player faces murder charges. He murdered a guy in a car with two people in the car. Passenger seat, the guy he killed. Back seat, there's a girl. He's driving. This kid has no arms and no legs. He's a tater tot. He's driving, stops the car, grabs the gun out of the side compartment, and shoots the guy in the passenger seat. Then the girl jumps out of the truck and leaves. He drives down the street and then ditches the body, pulls the body out of the truck, and leaves the body on the ground by himself. And he's got no arms and no legs. It's crazy. If there's any pew-pews in this scene, because I know there is videos of him shooting a pew-pew. This is pre-recorded from Fox 13 News, only for news reporting and educational and satire purposes. There is no live pew-pew stuff going on, okay? It's Fox 13.
Now to a bizarre story out of Charles County.
Look at
Police are
him.
Investigating after a professional cornhole player with no hands and no legs is accused of firing a deadly shot all while driving. We want to get out to our Homa Bash. She is live in La Plata this evening with more details. Homa?
Check this out.
Bizarre to say the least. But before we get any further into this,
They show in the Long Crime one, they show videos of him shooting at a gun range because just to like demonstrate to you, like, yeah, he's able to shoot. I don't know how. He doesn't have opposable thumbs. I don't know how he pulls the trigger, or he doesn't have like a trigger finger, or like it looks like he sticks a thumb nub in the trigger thing and like shoots it. It's crazy.
story, I just want to try to answer the question that so many people have right now.
How
did someone with no arms, no hands manage to fire a gun?
How? No, not just. I get that he can fire a gun. How was he driving, pulled over, reached in the glove box, which means he's got to open it like this. He's got to get in it like this. He's got to pull the gun out. He's got to get the gun situated right in his hands, and he's got to turn. And this is after parking the truck. As soon as he parked the truck, he should have known something was up. And you're sitting right next to him. All you got to do is like cuddle him really hard, and he can't do anything. And he gets in there, and then he points it at you. You can't just like smack the gun out of his little nubby arms. Like is there a wrestle? Is there a confrontation that happens over the weapon? How does this work?
And allegedly kill someone.
It's early in the investigation, but there is no evidence at this point to suggest anybody else was involved in the shooting, and that he...
There's a girl in the back seat. What was she doing? She couldn't help the guy in the front seat stop him from getting the gun. Just hold the lid down on the freaking center console, or I don't know. Maybe he grabbed it from the side. Where's he keeping this weapon? Is it on his person? In the Law and Crime thing, I think they said he grabs it out of the center console.
Acted alone on this.
I'm going to LAX to line sight this weekend. I don't know what that means.
Now watch close.
See, this is the video that I was worried about them showing, but this is a news from Fox. This is a clip. Nothing bad happens in this video.
You're looking at the man accused of murder in this case. Video from his TikTok page titled "No Hands, No Feet, Shooting 9mm Handgun."
I don't even know if that should be up there. This is news. This is news reporting, not live.
His name is Dayton James Weber, a 27-year-old quadriplegic amputee and professional cornhole player.
This guy's a cornhole gangster.
This all started around 10:30 last night when La Plata police officers.
So, how does he pull the trigger? He got a little nub thumb. He gets up in there.
Were flagged down by two witnesses near Radio Station Road. Charles County Sheriff's investigators say Weber was the driver when he shot and killed his front seat passenger, then asked those in the back seat to help get rid of the body. They refused, got out of the car, and alerted police. Weber took off with the victim in the car, identified as 27-year-old Bradrick Wells.
Was there multiple people in the back seat? I thought there was one girl in the back seat, but she just said there were people in the back seat.
2 hours later and about 15 miles away, Wells's body was found dumped in someone's front yard.
It just
Charlotte Hall
rolls
Mill.
him out in the front
Soon
yard.
after, Weber's car.
I mean, it's not like he's going to be able to take the body out to the woods and drag it out somewhere and then bury it 6 feet deep. He may be able to play cornhole and shoot a 9, but he is not able to do all that. Come on now.
Was tracked to a gas station in Charlottesville, Virginia. He was found at a hospital nearby and arrested after his release.
I think the witnesses helping really gave us a good start, obviously, and then it was excellent police work with not only our detectives and La Plata Police, but also the authorities in Virginia.
Now, we're told that all four men in that Tesla SUV were friends, got into some sort of argument before.
So it was no girl. It was 4 men. They were interviewing a girl, though. On Law and Crime, I swear they were interviewing a girl. She's saying 4 men. 4 men in a truck. How does this happen?
Before that shooting happened, as you heard, Weber is currently in Virginia. He's going to be extradited back here to Charles County to face charges of first and second degree murder. Guys?
That's crazy. Cornhole amputee out here murdering guys.
Yeah. Oh, Clinton, he murdered a guy.
He murdered a guy. Dang. All right, what else we got? Here's a local news story. Just a little headline I spotted. A really sad loss from the Salt Lake Tribune. A really sad loss. By the way, guys, a little grift break. Make sure you hit the like button if you're in here. If you like the show, tell a friend. If you hate it, tell everybody. Share it out. Like it. All that stuff's free. If you want to send a super chat. We got 2 days left on the goal. We're not going to quite make it. But that's all right. I have the new car funds. I'm waiting a little while longer just to pad out my savings before I buy the car. But I have the car funds. I think next thing we're going to have to do is either debate con fundraiser or new chair fundraiser. I think that might be the next goal for the channel is a new chair. Sorry guys, but we got to replace this chair. This chair is falling apart. There's a big old hole right here. It's got held together by JB Weld in 3 different locations. The armrests are all like, I picked off all the plastic from the armrests. One day it's just gonna, you pull it up, you lift it up, and then it slowly, like, if you move, it like, and then you'll move and like rock back, it'll go, so eventually you're sitting lower than when you started, and I'm like out of frame. That happens all the time. We got to get a new chair. Sorry guys. But anyway, let's hear about this. Weber State, that's a college in Utah. Students talk about life after closing campus centers in DEI purge. They closed the Tribal Heritage Center. Wow, it's been a sad loss. My identity was stolen from me. Without identity-based centers, students say there's less visibility for marginalized groups in the Ogden campus. You can't replace chair. We'll get a better chair. It'll be a better chair. This is so dumb. This story is jointly published by nonprofits Amplify Utah and the Salt Lake Tribune to elevate diverse perspectives in local media through student journalism. Oh, so you're telling us right here this story has nonprofit money behind it to push. It's basically propaganda. They put a big warning right here to let you know that this story is propaganda. In Ogden, the elimination of identity-based organizations at Weber State University, everything from the LGBTQ plus, LGBT low IQ, STD plus Resource Center to the Black Cultural Center, is still being felt across the Ogden campus. Students who relied on those places say. The closure of the cultural centers on campus was really a sad loss for all students. It sent a message that marginalized communities are unwelcome, said senior Daniela Torres Ros, who had previously engaged with the Women's Center on campus. The closures, which came after the Utah legislature passed HB 261 to eliminate diversity, equity, and inclusion programs at the state's public institutions, have made it harder for students to find resources based on their identity groups and left many feeling unsure where they fit on the campus. Torres Rose said, "Oh, darn, there's not a place for Mexicans to study by themselves, so now a place for women and a place for blacks. Where's the straight white Christian men student resource center? Can we get one of those? No? Probably not." After the Utah legislature passed HB 261, Weber State officials decided to go a step further than the law's requirements and eliminated identity-based centers such as the LGBTQ plus low IQ STD Resource Center, the Dream Center, the Black Cultural Center, the Native American Cultural Center, and the Pan-Asian Cultural Center. These centers' resources were consolidated into a new student success center meant to serve all students. Look at that. Look at that. Integration, instead of having a Native American center, a women's center, a black center, a Pan-African center, we just put them all together and we have a student center. Look at that. Where you judge people based off of their content of their character and not the color of their skin. But you want to segregate people. You want to keep people segregated into the blacks and the Native Americans and the Pan-Africans and the women and the gays. You want to separate them. Interesting. It's so people are so ass backwards. It just comes full circle. It's like cyclical retardation. While HB 261 did not explicitly require the closure of identity-based centers, Brad Mortensen, then the president of Weber State, wrote in 2024 Salt Lake Tribune op-ed that the law's restrictions would have limited the center's ability to provide services and set them up to fail. Oh, you mean they couldn't exclude white people from coming in? If the white people wanted to go in there, you couldn't kick them out? Interesting. It's so retarded. What else we got? What we got here? Oh, okay. Don't worry about what Ben Shapiro says here. What's funny is what Trump says here. Ben's just going to laugh. But listen to Trump. Listen to this line from Trump. This is epic.
Why didn't you tell U.S. allies like Japan about the war before?
Why didn't you tell U.S. allies like Japan about the war before you started it with Iran? Listen to how Trump answers this.
Yeah, we didn't tell anybody about it because we wanted surprise. Who knows better about surprise than Japan? Okay, why didn't you tell me about Pearl Harbor? Okay, right?
People giggled, and then somebody's like, "Ooh," and then it gets kind of awkward, quiet. They're like, at first they're like, "Ha ha," and they're like, "Oh shit, he really just said that." Yes, he did just say that. That's my president right there. That's my president. Why did Japan? Who's better to talk about surprises than Japan? Why didn't you tell me about Pearl Harbor before you did it? Epic. Trump is the GOAT. One more time.
Allies like Japan about the war before attacking Iran.
Yeah, we didn't tell anybody about it because we wanted surprise. Who knows better about surprise than Japan? Okay, why didn't you tell me about Pearl Harbor? Okay, right?
Somebody said, "Ooh." What's Carolyn Levitt up to? What we got with Carolyn Levitt going on? Carolyn Levitt rages after New York Times experts shred Trump's ballroom plans. Trump detailing the White House ballroom plans. We'll play this in a second. But first, basically, New York Times had some experts review the ballroom plans, and they're like, this is just not good. This is not fabulous, darling. They didn't like it. They don't like the ballroom. Levitt's not happy. She said, I personally decorated this ballroom. It's going to be fantastic. White House Press Secretary Carolyn Levitt raged against a New York Times feature that trashed the design of President Donald Trump's new ballroom. Gotta have extra ballroom when you're Donald Trump. You gotta have giant ballroom. On Sunday, Levitt dismissed the opinions of 3 experts who contributed to a New York Times story. They're all gay, by the way. Story criticizing the design of the ballroom that will replace the East Wing. The New York Times had 3 random people who have studied fine arts, long written about urban planning, and never built anything to write an. This is a crazy stat. I don't even know what this means. And never built anything to write an article criticizing the new White House ballroom, she wrote in a social media post. Levitz was referencing 2 of the authors, Larry Buchanan, who has studied fine arts, and Emily Badger, who writes about urban planning, but had little to say about Junho Lee, who is a trained architect. The New York Times says all 3 have bylines on the feature. President Trump and his lead architect have built world-class buildings around the world, and they're ensuring the people's house finally has a beautiful ballroom that's been needed for decades at no expense to the taxpayers, she said. See if Trump's talking about it here.
$200 million, that's going to be paid for by yourself?
By me, yeah.
Private donations?
It's a private thing, yeah. I'll do it, and we'll probably have some donors or whatever, but it's about 200 million. So we've been planning it for a long time.
Is that Triple H? Oh, yeah, that was when Triple H was with him. This is from a while ago. He's talking about this. There's Triple H behind him, though.
They've wanted a ballroom at the White House for more than 150 years, but there's never been a president that was good at ballrooms. I'm really good. In fact, I looked at one that we just built in Turnberry in Scotland, and it's incredible. We're good at building. I'm good at building things, and we'll get it built quickly and on time. It'll be beautiful, top of the line. We've retained the best architects and engineers, everything else. It'll be built over on the east side, and it will be beautiful. It'll be views of the Washington Monument. It won't interfere with the current building. It'll be near it, but not touching it.
Yeah, this is an old video. I think we watched this like a year ago. I haven't talked much about the Cuba stuff. I don't really know a whole lot about what's going on in Cuba, but Trump is basically saying Cuba is the next Cuba could be the next target of this new imperialist America Trump that we're seeing. It's really about building a new situation room under the ballroom. Interesting. Could be. Cuba's next, Trump says, as U.S. pressure on island continues. President Trump says Cuba's next while mentioning Venezuelan military action. President Donald Trump hinted that Cuba may be the next target of U.S. action while speaking at a Miami summit amid ongoing sanctions and a reported oil blockade that have strained the island. Both governments have confirmed they are in serious, sensitive negotiations, though no details have been released. Key points: President Donald Trump said Cuba's next during remarks at the Future Investment Initiative Summit in Miami on March 27, 2026. He made the comment while referencing the U.S. military operation in January 2026 that captured former Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro. The United States has imposed sanctions and tariffs on Cuba, including an oil blockade that has contributed to nationwide power blackouts on the island. Trump has previously described Cuba as in bad shape and a weakened nation and suggests he might have the honor of taking Cuba, if possible. Friendly takeover. A friendly takeover. Cuba's top diplomat in Washington told USA Today on March 13, 2026 that Havana is engaged in serious and sensitive negotiations with the U.S. government. But now I guess oil tanker in Cuba, a Russian oil tanker carrying a humanitarian shipment of 100,000 tons of crude oil reportedly arrived in Cuba on Monday, and Trump allowed this, and Trump was cool with it. So people are like, okay, so maybe he was just being, Trump, when he said Cuba might be a potential target because he's letting oil get to them. He's letting Russia send them oil. He's allowed, even though he has a blockade or an embargo, tariffs and all that stuff, he's still letting Russia send them humanitarian oil. So seems like he's toning down the rhetoric on Cuba a little bit. Comes shortly after President Donald Trump appeared to reverse course on his administration's effective oil blockade of Cuba. The shipment of crude oil is seen as something of a lifeline to the fuel-starved Caribbean nation. The Kremlin on Monday welcomed the arrival of a Russian-flagged oil tanker to Cuba, saying energy supplies to the fuel-starved island had been discussed with the U.S. ahead of its delivery. Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov said Moscow considered it its duty to help Cuba, according to a Russian. Of course. Is that Cuba? No, they're not. Never mind. A Russian oil tanker carrying humanitarian shipment of 100,000 tons of crude oil reportedly arrived in Cuba earlier in the day. The sanctioned Anatoly Kolodkin vessel was said to be waiting to unload shortly after U.S. President Donald Trump said he had no problem with a Russian crude oil tanker delivering fuel to Cuba. Speaking to reporters aboard Air Force One on Sunday, Trump said, "If a country wants to send some oil into Cuba right now, I have no problem with that, whether it's Russia or not." Cuba has been heavily dependent on oil from Venezuela, but since we took over Venezuela, they're not getting it from them no more, and they're not happy. And so we just said, we're just going to cut off your oil. Same way Iran does. We need to preserve some of this stuff that we got from Venezuela. Since Iran, we got to deal with that right now. So sorry, Cuba. But he let Russia send him a boat of oil, so it was all right. He doesn't want everybody there to die or anything. Cuba is finished. They have a bad regime, and they have a very bad and corrupt leadership. And whether or not they get a boat of oil, it's not going to matter. Epic. Trump's the GOAT. And again, just from PBS, Trump says he has no problem with sanctioned Russian oil tanker bringing relief to Cuba despite the blockade. He's letting them get some oil so they can survive. What else we got? We got some, there's the no arm, no leg guy. This is just a funny video of a truck pulling up at the No Kings protest. Trump truck. Honestly, I mean, if I had a truck like that, I would probably do this too. But I think it's kind of lame when they just drive by in their trucks. Like, park and walk around, counter protest. But that is a nice truck. Anyway, what else we got? This is the best way to win a foot race. Great way to win a foot race, guys. Get ready. Watch this.
Let me limber up. Okay, ready?
3, 2, go.
A good trip. A good trip is classic. And it's not ever, we're not kids anymore. So you don't get a good trip very often. And that was a good trip. As soon as she starts running, he just catches her leg. Boom. That was a nice trip. Everybody loves a good trip.
Let me limber up.
One more time.
3, 2, go.
Flat on her face. All right. We're talking about this Pete and Bass, because Freddie was saying rap is a young man's sport. And I was saying, no, there's old rappers. You can't age out of rap. Like, it's not that hard. And we were talking about this Pete and Bass, these British rapper guys, these old British rapper guys. Apparently, and this is from their Facebook page, they had to pay back all the tickets of this show that they did because this guy falls out on stage. I think he has a stroke or something, and he's up in the sky on a harness, and he falls out in the middle of the show. Watch this. He just falls out and drops the mic. And I think I don't think he's lip syncing. And when I saw it, I was like, he's lip syncing up there But when he drops the mic, the audio stops. So I don't know if they cut it or what, but it doesn't seem like he was lip syncing, and he falls out in the middle of the show on the ropes. He fell out. Would like to apologize for the show. He's in stable condition. We'll be issuing refunds. And this is on their Facebook page, so this really happened. Crazy. We get a say on what to name it? You're gonna name my chair? You're gonna name my chair? That's odd. Sure. We help get the chair. Then you can name the chair. All right. So that's all I had planned for the show. I don't have any last segment planned. Let me see what's going on in the world on these YouTube streets right now. More No Kings videos are dropping. Protest turned chaotic. Heated face-off takes a wild turn. There are no laws of logic. Liberty Hangouts video from No Kings. Dude, people hate her.
Samsung Beyond
I like Caitlin Bennett.
They're hurting my ears. Are you gonna have them stop hurting me? They're following me. They are following me and hurting me. I know your ears are hurting too. So you're walking away from them hurting you guys.
Step away from me now. Step away from me now. Step away from me.
Very handsy. Hands off our bodies. They get very touchy.
Hey, you guys are hurting me. He's actively telling them, keep blowing your whistle at me. I walked away, you are hurting me.
Ah! Stop it, crazy old man. Dude, all these people look like they're about to keel over.
We're at the No Kings rally in Kissimmee, Florida, where they are blowing whistles to hurt me.
Kissimmee.
They have already called the police, but they're assaulting me and hurting me.
The Mexico-America flag. The Mexico-America flag. This is not... Oh, it is No Kings. There's her MAGA jacket.
We're here in
If I was a girl, I'd rock that jacket.
Kissimmee, Florida for No Kings. Let's go out. Yeah.
You just
do your thing. Okay.
We're shy. You look the way you do. You look scary.
They look scary?
Yeah, why are they don't look scary. No. What's your
No.
name? John Smith.
John Smith. Well, you're the most beautiful John Smith I've ever seen. Hi guys, how are you doing? Thanks for coming out today. What's your sign say? No kings. Okay. What do you think about Trump taking out the dictator/king in Venezuela and arresting him? That was like, yay, we're so glad a king got arrested, right?
The United States didn't have jurisdiction to do that. Okay. That was an international crime.
Oh, it was international.
Crime.
Did Maduro commit any
It was a war crime. You should take Trump to jail.
international crimes?
I'm sure he did, but was it our job to go and reinforce that? No, we have our own problems.
Yeah, well,
New chair is going to be amazing.
actually, the Democrats also had an arrest warrant out for him.
Can they arrest Trump for the warrants that are out on him, for the what's going on with the Trump-Epstein list?
What warrants are out for him?
Well, I mean, there aren't warrants out for him, but if there were...
You said that there were.
There should be. So if they wanted to investigate... would we allow that?
What about Hillary Clinton and Kamala Harris and just Joe Biden and Obama having warrants out and billions of dollars worth of reward money?
Barack Obama's arrest?
No, I said for Maduro. They had warrants out for his arrest and billions of dollars in a reward for the capture of Maduro. What do you think about that?
What do you think about the price of gas?
Are you going to answer my question?
No, I'm done with you. Walk away from me now.
Why can't you answer my question?
I don't want to talk to you. You're an agitator. You're here to agitate. We're here to
you just feel agitated because I'm bringing
because
facts.
you're agitated. Step away from me now. Step away from me now. Step away from me.
Ooh, she got a little touchy.
I asked you nicely. Step away from me.
Is she always like this?
Well, you know,
There should be a warrant out for your arrest, actually, for just assaulting me. You just assaulted me. You want to talk about warrants out for arrest? There should be one there for her. Now you're touching me.
No, I'm not touching fun picture.
Wow, there should be like a reward out for her arrest right now.
Let me ask you something.
Yeah. So what about the Democrats? And
His shirt is pretty cool, though. His shirt says Happy Trees. Bob Ross Happy Trees.
international crimes.
We're Americans, so Americans should be Americans first.
Now my security has to lecture her about how to act in public. Who is that? Your mom?
Well, obviously,
or girlfriend?
You're coming in here to agitate people. I get that. That's part of
Am
what
I coming here to do?
Obviously,
you notice
but
I didn't
that's
touch
okay.
any of
That's
you.
all right. No,
Yeah,
that's
well,
okay.
go back to your girl
So look,
because
you
she's
wanna
feeling
come
a
out
little
and agitate. I get
upset.
that. That's cool. You
Yeah,
want
have
to
a
get
good day.
riled up,
Have a good day.
And you want them to get upset so that you could get a nice click in a video, and that's cool. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's it's your right.
Hi, I love your shirt.
Thank you.
I guess they did get their pay today, TSA. I'm seeing that now.
I love your shirt.
No, get away.
Whoa.
Hi.
Okay.
Stay away from these people.
Whoa. That lady ran up like a bat out of hell. That lesbian came out of nowhere. This lady's not all there mentally, and that's why she doesn't want Caitlyn to talk to her.
Stay away from these people.
Excuse me?
Stay away from these people. They're bad people. It's okay. They're just trying to get...
They're bad people. See, she was gonna start talking to Caitlyn, and she's not all there. They use people like this who have dementia, Alzheimer's. They're elderly. They're mentally infirm, and they use them as props for their little protest. The Wall of Moms. Yep, same way they use Joe Biden as a puppet. Just elderly people. The Republican Party does it too with Mitch McConnell.
Get that out of my fucking face.
You're a bad person. The only bad people here I've seen are you guys.
Don't talk to me. They're just here to try and rattle people up and then post it on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
And they're still sticking to get the fuck out of my face.
Can you just prove me wrong with an argument instead of telling people not to talk to me?
There are people coming around with video cameras. Ignore them.
Are you able to have a conversation? You're crashing out right now. I love your hair. That's beautiful. What'd your sign say? What'd your sign say?
Hey guys, someone's coming around with video cameras. Just ignore them. Guys, there's someone...
Freedom for everybody.
They're running to get up ahead of her. They all start running together. It's so funny.
Yeah.
Democracy.
Do you think there's also freedom for illegal aliens, or is that a...
Don't engage.
Oh, they're not here to get me. Gotcha.
Engage with this woman.
Do you even know anything about me? God, ladies, you wouldn't restrict a woman's right to speak to others, would you? Are you guys that scared of... Hi! How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing well. I love your umbrella. Are you part of the LGBTQ community?
Of course I am.
Of course you are. Wow. I'm not shocked by that. Which letter are you part of?
You can ignore them. They just want you to.
Can you record me?
He sounded like Are you not turtly enough for the turtle club? He just like turns away.
Ready? Hold it up. Up, 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 up. You go to patreon.com/Caitlin Bennett to support my work. Aw, but Justin's still filming. You see these amazing security guards around me? They cost money. And everything that you donate at patreon.com/Caitlin Bennett goes to my security fund and only that. Thank you guys for bringing me out here.
Yeah, blowing a whistle repetitively in someone's ear could be a form of assault, dumbass Freddy. You could blow somebody's eardrums out doing that.
Letting me be safe out here. I have so much fun doing this. I know you have fun watching. Do you have a lot of these Trump in a diaper balloons?
I have 5,427.
So you really like Trump in a diaper?
No, I can't stand him.
Like half-naked Trump, you really like that?
He's an idiot.
How so?
He's a pedophile. Goodbye.
What proof do you have for that?
I have absolutely nothing. What proof do I have? The Epstein files. Have a nice day.
These people like this, when they have like cuts all over their forehead, like I think they just like walk into walls. Or they like drive their cart through bushes or something. They're always like cut up on their face and got like open sores and stuff. I don't know what that is. Is that just something that happens when you get old?
What in the Epstein files? What in the Epstein files?
Goodbye. I have nothing further to say.
You know, they told me.
No intention of hitting anyone. I'm peaceful. You guys aren't. Goodbye.
Away from him, please. Oh, he can handle his own.
Go home.
Am I wrong?
Go home.
Or am I wrong?
Go home.
Am I wrong?
Go home.
I think illegal aliens should go home. And the Trump administration is doing a good job of sending those people back home, don't you think? Why is there, what is this flag right now? What is this flag? So which letter are you a part of?
I got a fish. I got a fish. They my fish go.
This girl wants to punch her in the face right now. She wants to spit on her or punch her in the face. These people don't have good impulse control. It's a dangerous situation. That's why Caitlin's got security.
I know, you got the winner of the day. Why don't you want to be on camera?
Why do you want to film this?
I think you're beautiful.
Thank you.
Are you just hailing Hitler? Whoa! Whoa, no. That arm was extended out, brother. I saw that.
Look at the mustache action. Little mustache wart.
I saw you, brother or a sister? Do you guys have any arguments that you would like to present to our audience today?
Not to you.
Anything to prove that you guys know what you're fighting for? Just one thing. What are you fighting for? What are you guys fighting against? Does anyone have the ability?
Look at the gay flower behind his ear.
To present an
Cameraman.
argument or
Pretty sure that the cameraman is her husband. He zoomed in on the flower behind his ear.
conversation at all? Even you can't. What's going on?
Not to. I'm going to call the cops because you're annoying me.
Okay, go ahead. I'll stay right here for that.
Huh? If you'll leave. Excuse me, you're getting very close to me. I don't like this at all.
Oh, I don't have the flag, sir.
Huh?
I don't have the flag, sir.
I'm not talking about the flag. The flag is not a big deal.
Sure.
You guys are. The reason the flag's here is because of you guys.
Justin, you've got to come around. They're just putting this flag in his face, and he has no ability to walk away. They're just shoving this in his face. It's so sad to treat someone like this. He's dialing 911.
I am dialing 911.
Just for you. He's dialing 911 right now. Did you call? I saw you dial 911.
Just move because I'm going to run you over.
You're going to run me over?
Well, you can't.
Holy moly! I didn't know those things were so dangerous. No, go ahead, sir. I do not want to be ran over today. I do think it's ironic. He just called 911 yet threatened to run me over.
Go away. Go away.
Why would you tell someone?
Go away.
Why would you tell a woman what to do with her body? Why would you guys tell a woman what to do with her body?
They made cardboard. They got a cardboard wall. They built a border.
That's not very nice.
This is harassment.
I just have to know. He has a.
This is harassment.
Is it?
Go away. Just a second.
So they have a pride cup down here. Again, this is like members of the LGBTQ community just going nuts at this thing. There's so many of them, and they're all acting the same way. That's crazy.
Why? I'll fucking fly my back anywhere.
What?
We're a little bit worth it, right? Oh, whose fight fascism flag is this? Is this your guys' flag?
I'm talking to you, okay?
Why not?
Just leave it there. I'm not talking to you.
There's the fat lesbian women who bring their kid to a protest. Gotta teach the kid how to protest. If you do good, you get your Twinkie afterward.
Why not?
I'm just not talking to you. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So get the fuck out of here.
Oh, you're acting like
I'm not
ice
talking
right
to
now.
you. I'm just not talking to none of you. Get the fuck out of here.
You act like that in front of your children?
I'm saying I'm not talking to you.
That's insane. This crowd is so crazy. What you guys can't hear right now is this angry lady right here is shouting up here on the bridge about me. She has been in a tizzy. I don't know. Why are you telling people not to talk to me? Are you too afraid?
We are afraid of nothing
can
and
you?
nobody. Only afraid of the Lord. That is it. Foxtrot, Delta, Tango.
Foxtrot, Delta, Tango. What does that mean? What does that even mean?
Pedophile protector.
Ignore her. Ignore her. Ignore her.
Why are you telling women what to do with their bodies? Immigrants are not criminals. It's funny. This immigrant is a violent criminal.
Oh, you have one?
No, I actually have 3. This is just within the last month.
Oh no.
Pedophile protectors.
You don't care about Sheridan Gorman, who was killed?
Only 5% of detained undocumented immigrants are violent criminals. Only 5.
Absolutely.
What about?
Get away, Phil. Don't talk to him. Don't talk to him. Get away.
They call the police and then they act like psychos. I just want to point out, this woman at the No Kings protest said that she doesn't matter. This is Sheridan Gorman. She was 18. She was shot and killed by an illegal alien who entered this country and was apprehended by Border Patrol under Biden, but they were allowed to be. But
Okay, the whistles are giving me a headache. Enough of that. What else can we do? Got a little while left. Let's see if there's anything else. Did I miss anything in the news? GameStop is scalping Pokemon. What's today? Oh, is that today? Who is this girl Marte is debating? I don't debate women unless I fornicate with them first. So you probably shouldn't talk anymore unless you want to, you know. Just kings. No kings, just commies. Youth Awakening. Why Gen Z is rediscovering faith. Nah, I don't want to do that. That's a lame debate. I already did it with Wally. It's not even a fun debate. Look at this guy's face. 5 scariest guys in America. Dude, every day there's a new chick who slept with a kid, teacher who slept with a high school kid or something. Every day there's a new one on, what's it called? Long Crime. Trump said it was a hoax, so I brought a free Epstein sign to a MAGA rally. Ugh. 12-year-old jumps from stranger's truck at 40 miles per hour. I don't know if that's going to convert a lot of viewers. Mom finds daughter's dismembered body in her shed. What the? I think I'm going to head out early, guys. My stomach's not doing too well. I'm going to dip. I don't have nothing else to talk about, and I got stuff to do, so I'm gonna take a early leave. We'll be back in the morning to read some more of Ezekiel from the Bible. All that good stuff, all that good jazz, and I don't have nothing else planned for nothing big planned anytime soon. Just waiting for that's another reason I'm not trying to do a bunch of debates also, because I don't know when this Ward War stuff is going to happen. I'm just waiting. I don't want to plan something and have to prep for some debate, and then it comes up and now I have to prep for that debate. Cargill ends tomorrow. This is true. Anyway, God bless you guys. Thank you for hanging out, everybody. Is there another stream we can go to? I would send you to Easy's, but it doesn't start for a little while. Let me see. Where's Rob? Rob's live. We'll go to Rob. Thank you guys for hanging out. The world's a crazy place. I just report on it. I'll be back in the morning. And yeah, if you like it, tell a friend. If you hate it, tell everybody. I'll see you guys later. I'm out. God bless. We out. Deuces.